Ian Dyer, a very big welcome to Woking Football Club.
Thank you very much. Very pleased to be here.
And I think it would be appropriate to start with perhaps saying a few words about Hampton first, who've been fantastically helpful and cooperative in their management team as it was coming to Woking.
Yeah, of course. It's I'm sure it's been a difficult decision for Dowse, Martin and myself to leave such a great club, and we leave behind a lot of great people who we've certainly have worked hard behind the scenes for the last 4 years when we've been there, and made a lot of good friends there. My family was very supportive of the club as well, so yeah, difficult to leave, and wish them all the best obviously going forward, and obviously very excited to be here at Woking.
Good, always good to know. Your title at Hampton was assistant manager. What are you actually going to be here?
I believe assistant manager, and I believe the setup we have, Dowse, myself and Martin, is probably quite different in the fact that myself and Martin are both, I guess, classed as his assistants. So it'd be a similar role here. Probably my main area will be on the coaching pitch, in working with the players. That's probably what I see as my main strength, and something I'm very passionate about. But I think within non-league football, as an assistant, you have to obviously wear many different hats, and certainly I'll be involved in other areas as well to support Dowse, and as I have in the past at Hampton. But I think between the three of us, we've got quite a unique setup really, and I think we kind of bring a lot of skills to the table between us that balances it out. So it's certainly been successful for 4 years, and we're hoping to carry that on obviously at Woking.
You're happy clearly to continue perhaps learning the management game under Dowse, from the sound of things. Were you not tempted to apply for the manager's role here yourself?
No, I don't think at this time in probably my life and my career that it's something that I was keen to do. As I said, the draw of coming and working and continuing to work with Dowse and with Martin was a massive one, and probably the main part of my decision to come here. Management maybe 10-15 years down the line is something that maybe I'll be a bit more ambitious to want to do on my own, but at this time, as I said, I'm very passionate in terms of my coaching work, and certainly think I can add a lot to the table, bring a lot to the table in that respect. So not this time, probably wasn't the right time, who knows in the future, but I'm 100% committed to coming in and being the best obviously assistant I can be.
Sure. And I will say you're an absolutely fascinating man to research. You've done an awful lot for someone as young as yourself.
Yeah.
And you're also different to many football coaches in particular, actually, in that you're not essentially an ex-player, are you?
No, I'm not. I obviously had aspirations when I was younger to go into the professional game. Obviously, wasn't good enough to go down that path, but I went into the semi-pro game, probably most significantly at Gosport Borough was where I played, but coaching kind of got me quite young. I started doing my coaching badges when I was around about 17, so although I'm still fairly young now, I guess, I've been doing it a long time, and as you said, got quite a diverse background in terms of my coaching, from kind of academy football in this country. I've worked abroad, I've been technical director of the Curver Academy, and obviously the last 4 years at Hampton in non-league football. So quite a diverse set of skills really, but I think it's really stood me in good stead in terms of the players I've worked with, the coaches I've worked with, and certainly the exposure I've had to the professional game as well has been excellent for me. And
you actually have a UEFA A licence, don't you?
I do, yeah. So
can you tell us what that is? What it
so
means?
The UEFA A licence is the top coaching badge you can achieve, as a coach in Europe. I've also got 2 other A licences with different federations from my time in America. So yeah, as I said, I've really kind of committed, certainly from an early age, to being a coach that wants to work at the highest possible level, and it's been a lot of hard hours and hard years to gain that qualification, but I'm very proud to say I'm an A licensed coach, and I'm looking to progress even further in the next couple of years, hopefully onto the pro license, which is even a tier on top of that. So yeah, it's been a good journey and a fun journey so far.
And you mentioned the Curver Academy. You were technical director of Curver coaching for the whole UK? Yeah, so for the UK I was based in London, so we had an academy in London and throughout Surrey, where we worked with around about 400 players every week. So
quite a well-renowned, you know, coaching academy across Europe, and I got the opportunity to travel to see some of the top clubs in terms of Real Madrid, AC Milan, Ajax, you know, and learn from their coaches and gain some experience from that as well. So, as I said, I've had quite a diverse kind of coaching upbringing, I guess you'd say, and you know, the last 4 years obviously within non-league football, gaining a lot of exposure and working with some top players in that environment as well has really stood me in good stead for this role.
Sure. And briefly, what is Curver?
So Curver is a technical skills coaching method. So it's about developing technical skills within players. So, you know, geared at kids. So, you know, I worked with players probably from 8 to 18. But as I said, especially across Europe, some of the top clubs across Europe are using that method as well, and certainly in terms of individual player development, it's something that I've added to kind of my coaching toolbox, and it's allowed me to develop individuals as well as obviously, you know, working with teams and units, you know, which has been great for me, and another string to my bow, I guess.
Yeah. And in amongst all this, which is impressive enough as it is, you've managed to find time to get a degree from the Open University as well.
Not finished yet. Not finished yet. No,
finished?
still ongoing. But yeah, it was something when I lived out in America that was something that I kind of took on the side. You know, started working on a degree in leadership and management, and again, I thought to try and gain a different aspect to my skills really, and you know, certainly some stuff there that's helped me with my coaching, and I've also done courses on sports psychology and fitness as well. And I think as a coach now in the modern game, it's important that you kind of are exposed to all of these things other than just the coaching side of it. So, you know, that's obviously the biggest part, but to have access and the ability to know about the different areas of coaching as well is massively important, and something that's certainly helped me.
Great. And what would you say, the three of you as a management team, what's your philosophy of football in terms of what style of football do you want to play?
So I think first and foremost, the team we're going to create here will be a hard-working team. I think we want to play attacking football and we want to get on the front foot, but we also appreciate the balance of good defensive play. I think you know, last season at Hampton we had the second best defence in the league, other than Havant, who obviously won it, and we were proud of that. We thought probably with our second year with the team we had to focus a little bit more on that and get the balance right, which we did. But we'll certainly look to build a team that will play attacking football and be on the front foot, and ultimately go out to try and win games. We never go out to draw games. We go out to win, whether we're playing home and away. You know, and that's something that the players we obviously recruit will need to be aware of coming in.
And finally, you're also quite heavily involved, not just in coaching players, but in coaching coaches, aren't you?
Yeah, so with my time at Curver, I did a lot of coach education work. I've also been involved with the FA at various times on some of their courses as well. So again, kind of another string to my bow. But I think at that time, all of that will kind of take a bit of a back seat. And you know, I come here 100% committed to the job of assisting Douse at Woking. And you know, obviously it's a very, very exciting time for us, for myself, a new challenge, one I'm really looking forward to. You know, having spent a couple of days around the place, you know, I'm even more excited now, and you know, we're 100% committed to producing a winning football team for this club and for the supporters.
Well, if you manage that, you'll be heroes forever.
Let's hope so.
And I'm sure you will. I hope you will. Anybody who wants to learn a little bit more about Ian, there's a website called Careers in Football, on which you've done an interview, which I found absolutely fascinating.
Okay.
And that gives a lot more detail about the various roles you've had, and which clubs you've been in their academies and so on.
Fantastic.
So that's just for anybody who wants to have a look. But many thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you very much.
Once again, a big welcome to Woking Football Club.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best.
Brilliant. Thank you.